What is up, everybody? My name is Miguel, aka the Liberal Thrifter, and welcome to episode 6 of my new YouTube series where I harangue you all about my favorite hobby, going out to thrift stores to buy stuff to sell on eBay for a profit. Thanks so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. It's been a little bit. I've been a little bit busy, but unfortunately, it's the start of the busy season for my work, so a lot more tiring, a lot less time, but I do have a good accumulation of pickups to show you guys. This is an accumulation of about 3 weeks worth, and actually got so much that I'm going to actually be splitting it up into 2 videos. Um, yes, so let's go ahead and get started with the reason that you're probably all here. I am going to show you 10 of my better pickups, and then some rapid fire of some of the other minor stuff, and then some 10 more of the actual solds. So thanks for coming along for the ride, and let's get started. The first item I have to show you is a big old stack of train magazines, and I got these at my local library's Friends of the Library sale, which I have mentioned to you guys before. If you haven't taken advantage of that yet, I definitely recommend going to check it out. This is exactly the kind of haul that I think is worth it to go to the library for. So somebody was a big train nerd, and I say nerd in the most nicest way possible because I'm a nerd myself, and they had like years worth of train magazines here. A lot of them still in their original packaging. I'm gonna actually be breaking these up into a couple of different lots. This is the one that got my attention. This is the Trains magazine. There is a Trains magazine annual locomotive edition. So this is 2007. That's 2010. So these are like the once a year spectacular for the people who really love locomotives. So I've got a few years worth of that I'm going to put in a lot. Then I've got a bunch of other random train magazines. Anyway, the point is, a quarter a magazine. That was like about $5 or so, maybe 6. Quarter magazine. And these in the separate lots that I'm planning to send it out as, probably somewhere in the $60 to $80 range. So check out your local library sales. It's really a great resource. It's an untapped resource. A lot of flippers, a lot of thrifters will not go there because they don't read very much. But you do because you're watching me. So I'm guessing you're a smart person. So $6 into about 80. I'll take that all day. This next item is a 2-for-1. Found these right next to each other. That is a cool shirt. It's a button-down flannel short sleeve. Right next to it, found the other one, button-down short sleeve. These cool used to be fantastic. It's gone down a little bit. A lot of things have gone down a little bit, unfortunately. But they're still worth a good amount of money. Paid $6 each. Should be able to get about 30 shipped each for each of these. This next item is also a twofer. It is 2 toys that I found right next to each other. It is Twister Moves Demi Lovato Skip It. And I don't know if you guys remember Skip It's, but if you don't, you're way too young and I am very jealous. But yeah, Skip It's were these little toys that you just kind of skipped around, and they had a little counter and it told you how many times you went around. Anyway, they rebranded this. It was very limited. Not a lot of these were made. This one, luckily, brand new in the box, still connected with the little twist ties. I can sell it as new other. It's got some shelf wear, it's got some tape wear, but I mean, it's still pretty nice. Right next to it, same Twister Moves hula hoop. So you hula hoop it around, and it's got a little counter, and it tells you how many you did. Paid $5 each, and I should be able to get about 50 each shipped. But yeah, for some reason they're going for a good amount, and maybe some people really, really love Demi Lovato, but whatever. And $50, $5 into about 50 times two, I'm going to be very happy when those sell. This next item is a cloak brand t-shirt. You can see it there. I see this, my trained eye says, this is something. I better look up what it is. It turns out this is a clothing brand started by some YouTube personalities, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. So, I have no idea. I've heard the names. I've never watched their stuff. It's fine. But the reason I chose to show you this is because there's a lot of YouTube famous personalities now, and they have a devoted following, and they will buy merchandise that's associated with them. This simple little t-shirt, I paid up a little bit up for this one. It was $9, but I actually should be able to sell for about 40, maybe 45-ish, because there's not really another one in this size. It is an XL, so a very good size. But yeah, if something looks weird, and if you find out it's like a YouTube, if you have a vague memory of your kid saying, oh, this is, I don't know, Markiplier, this is someone famous, and the name sticks with you somehow, look it up, because they're got some devoted followings. This next item is a very basic sealed DVD-R TTK pack. It is brand new, 100 in the spindle. I got it because it was pretty cheap, $4, and should be able to sell it for about 25. The reason I got this one, of course, is obviously I have a little bit of a shipping hookup, so even though it's a little bit heavy, I can still send it out for only about $6.40. So, which is really nice. It gives you a really big leg up on the competition, and I will share that with you guys again when we get to a decent amount of subscribers. But yeah, always look for these. When I used to do Amazon, I used to love finding sealed media, because you just send it into Amazon and it sells. Fortunately, Amazon's getting a little more restrictive with their stuff, but still keep an eye out, especially if it's cheap. $4 is pretty cheap, so yeah, definitely take a look at anything sealed media. That includes blank tapes, that includes blank VHSs, DVDs, CDRs, CDRWs, anything like that. People still need things to store their media on. This next item is a Rolling Loud Miami 2021 tie-dye style t-shirt. Rolling Loud is a music festival of some sort with artists such as these. I know a few of these names. Travis Scott, Post Malone, ASAP Rocky. I don't know. I don't really know this type of music, but a lot of people do. A lot of people really like it, and they want to rep that they went to this concert, or they did go to this concert and they wanted a shirt and they didn't get it. So yeah, this simple shirt, I paid about $4, and I should be able to get somewhere in the $50 range. So those kinds of shirts, definitely look them up. As always, think about it as a timestamp. Those are going to be a good amount of people are going to want to rep this kind of stuff. So this is a pretty neat little vintage computer game, the Ancient Art of War. This actually, I don't want to open it right now because it's fragile, but it's got floppy disks, and not just the regular 3.5 inch hard disks, but like actual old school big square with the circle in the middle floppy disks in there. It's from 1987, and it's complete in the box. So that's kind of a plus for it. I paid up a little bit for it. It's I paid $8, but this is going for about 30. So yeah, old games like this, boxed games, boxed PC games, boxed big box video games, you definitely want to keep an eye out for, because there are collectors who just like the art. They just like having the box, and people will pay a premium to have the box with it. This is another one of those think like a buyer kind of situations. This is in vintage West Wind satin style jacket. It's got a zip up hood, hidden hood there. This has an Austin Healey. Austin Healey is a brand of car, a very niche, a very small brand of car, but some people are really into their Austin Healey's. And I look at this jacket and I think somebody, some Austin Healey guy or girl is going to really love this jacket, having, repping their brand of car. They have their old classic 70 something Austin Healey that they wax every Sunday. Yeah, they're gonna really, really like something like this. I don't have a comp because there isn't really one out there. I went with my gut, paid $7, and as a rough estimate, I think I should be able to get about $80 for this jacket. So the motto of this channel, guys, obviously you want to learn brands, you want to learn and pick up on those things, but the main thing I want you guys to remember is to think like a buyer, think like a collector, think like a fan. If you're a fan of this brand, will you buy this? Or is it too ugly, or is it too common, or is it, it's not something that's desirable? If it's not something you would buy as a fan of the thing, don't buy it. If it is something that you could go out and find and look up because you're such a big fan of something, that's a good indication to buy. So if you learn nothing else from me, I really hope that you pick that up. And that's going to be the channel model. I'm going to repeat it every single video. Keep that in mind. Here's another similar situation. Jungkook, BTS. BTS is a K-pop, Korean pop band. BTS fans are rabid, and in doing some research, this is the lead singer. This is like the best one, or the most popular one. So yeah, even though there's not a comp of this out there, I picked this up for $2.50. It was $5 half off, and I know that this is going to sell to some obsessed BTS fan. And the fact that there is no other comps out there is going to make it more valuable. It's going to allow me to bump up the price a little bit, ask for a premium. I paid the $2.50, and I should be able to get somewhere in the $30-ish range for this, just this plain hat. So again, big fan, will buy, and will pay up for this. And the last item I have to show you guys is one that I thought was particularly cool. It's not the best return, but I just think it's neat. That I don't know if anybody's ever seen Letterkenny Irish Shoresy hockey jersey. It is unbranded. It's not an official nothing or other. It's just got a plain little XL to indicate the size. No other markings, but it's got the nice print on it. It's printed also. It's not embroidered, so that does bring the value down a little bit. Most of the comps that I found are from China, so if someone's going to want to buy this, they're going to probably go with my listing because it's from the US. Paid $3. Should be able to get $40 to $45 for this one from some big Letterkenny fan. If you haven't watched that show, would I recommend it? I liked it, but that doesn't mean I always recommend it. It's interesting. It's smart, and give it a try. and it's got a lot of fast talking. It's got a lot of wittiness, but it does also have some crudeness. So if you're into that, that's fine. If you're not, maybe don't watch it. But TV themed, um, TV universe stuff, like, you know, if you're a fan of Buffy, would you wear a Riverdale High or Sunnydale High, excuse me, T-shirt? Yeah, probably. So something like that will probably sell. All right, guys, let's do some rapid fire. Again, this is my bread and butter, meat and potatoes, arroz y frijoles, kind of the items that are not necessarily huge margins, and they're not necessarily something you're gonna need to learn, but it's items that, you know, little by little will give you, you know, will add up and will bring you some money. So let's take a quick look. Just gonna go rapid here. This is a big, thick, heavy LL Bean lined jacket, size XL. I won't pick up every single jean, but something told me that this one was going to be worth it just because it's denim, just because it's so heavy, and because it's the middle of winter. Pay $10, should be able to get 50-ish. Here is a Space Jam 20th anniversary hoodie. This is you want to use this bleach pattern design. So yeah, it's like it's damaged with bleach, but it is on a Nike Air Jordan tag. Paid 7-ish and should be able to get maybe 35, 40. Very basic Grateful Dead t-shirt. Again, Grateful Dead fans, like BTS fans, are rabid. They will buy a lot of merch. This one is a boxy shirt. It's a women's. Found it in the men's section, but it's a women's. I picked it up real cheap. Paid $2 and should be able to get about 25, 30. St. George's University. Again, medium size schools. Merchandise usually does good because people don't have a lot of options. St. George's is actually a medical school, so it says, you know, medicine across the sleeve. Paid $2 and should be able to get 25-ish. This is True Religion used to be fantastic. It's not as much anymore. This is just a plain sweater, but it's got that metal gold horseshoe situation happening here. I paid a little bit more than I wanted to for this one. Honestly, $7. Should be able to get about 30. But yeah, you know, they add up. Disney Parks. That's a Disney California's Adventure t-shirt. Pretty plain, pretty basic. Didn't find another one exactly like this. Medium. Paid $4. Should be able to get about 30. Kenzo is a big luxury brand. If you ever see it, kind of look at it for quality, make sure it looks good. This is like an American fireworks type. Paid $4. Should be able to get about 30. Found a couple of gamer jerseys. So this is something you might actually learn something, but I've talked about it before. This is Omen Immortals jersey. It's a video game team, an esports team. Should be able to get paid about 4 and should be able to get about 30. Another esports jersey with all the sponsors there. Counter Logic. This brand actually, HK Army, is actually pretty good, and most of their stuff's worth money, which is actually a big point for it. I paid up a little bit more for this one, $6. Should be able to get about 40. here in Southern California, so I got In and Out 70th anniversary t-shirt, tie-dye. This is some sort of a fancy schmancy artist. I'm not sure who it is. It's, let's see, Vladimir Kush. So I looked up the comps. They look decent. Paid $4. Should be able to get out 30. It's a plain long sleeve, but the brand is, I've heard other people talk about it, so I picked it up. Verity brand. It's pretty good quality, but it's kind of basic. Paid $6. Probably get around 30. It's a Los Angeles Dodgers on a modern liquid blue tag. If you see a regular liquid blue tag, that's probably vintage and that's probably worth picking up. This I thought was neat. Excuse me, sorry about that. Just, because it's a little bit unique. It's not your standard run-of-the-mill baseball shirt. Once baseball season comes around, this will sell. Paid $3, $2, and it should be able to get about 25. It's a very plain V-neck, but the brand is good. The brand is Psycho Bunny. It's got a little embroidered psychotic bunny on it. Paid $2 and should be able to get about 30. And let's show you guys something really neat as a last piece here. Here's a good one. That is a vintage 90s. Not exactly, it's not single stitch or anything. Robert August Surfer t-shirt. The tag kind of drew me to it. It just seemed like an older tag. Robert August, famous surfer, and had a line of surfboards and stuff like that. Paid $5-6 for this one, but this one actually should go for about $50. Just again, fan of surfing, somebody who really is into surfing is going to pay up for this. Think like a fan. If you're a fan of surfing, would you buy this? Because it's old, because it's got the Robert August logo? Probably. So pick that kind of stuff up. So there's a bunch of rapid fires. Hope that was interesting to you guys. Let me know if you still like it, if you actually do like it, because I didn't get too much feedback. I got one person telling me they liked it, so I'm keeping doing it. And yeah, we'll keep doing the rapid fire. All right, and now we'll be getting into a few solds. I'm going to show you guys 10 things that sold recently. First one is this vintage 80s snow lion puffer jacket. It's a green, size small, and the important thing about this one is that it is filled with down. So anything that's filled with down is usually going to command a premium. Paid $10, and I took a best offer of $50. Sorry, I can't fix the price there. I'm not sure with the new app, but $50 what I got for these. So yeah, keep an eye out for old snow jackets. Those do pretty well. This next item is a Disney Parks Aulani Hawaii blue polo shirt, size large. This is the kind of thing that they sell at like resorts, and this is one of the Disney themed resorts in Hawaii. So I figured somebody would want it, somebody who went there and had a nice memory of it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Really, it has a Disney Parks logo, so that's also one of the things that kind of drew me to it. Paid $6 and sold for $30. This next item I'm including, because they can't all be home runs, but I just want to show you. This is a Playboy PacSun collaboration. This is Victoria Silvstedt, Miss June 1997. So someone out there really loves Miss June 1997 and picked up the shirt for me. So sold, paid $4, took a best offer of $22. Probably could have held out for a little more, but I just wanted to move it along. And also, different models will have a different worth for people. So Maybe somebody's more attached to Miss April of 1996 or something like that. So just luck of the draw kind of thing. So yeah, as always, collaborations usually are going to do pretty well. So keep that in mind. Next item is this pair of Silhouette Titan bronze oval half rim eyeglasses. You guys know I love Silhouette Titan, one of the best brands of eyeglasses to pick up if you find some. This is a youth. Unfortunately, that hurts the value a little bit because they're a little bit smaller, but still paid only $2, and as you can see, sold for $30. Speaking of esports, this is another one of those items that I've shown recently. This is an LA Valiant Overwatch League medium jersey. You don't pass these up just because they're not like a legitimate or real sport. People still really dig esports and still like their jerseys. Paid $5, as you can see, sold for $50. This next one I wanted to show because I did make a mistake. This is a Patagonia recycled cashmere men's XL sweater. Cashmere, wool, they're susceptible to getting holes in them. I missed some of the holes when I was in the store. So if it didn't have any of the holes, this would be a home run. I did pay up a little bit, paid $10. Without the holes, probably could have gotten more in the $70, $80 range. As it is, I took a best offer of $34 just to move it along, and it's one of those lessons learned. Learn to screen your stuff better in the store. I'm talking to you, Miguel. This next item is a Swan Princess Escape from Castle Mountain soundtrack CD. I did want to mention something about this. If you are familiar with Jason T. Smith, he has a very big Facebook group called the Thrifting Board, and he's just kind of a music CD expert. I did take his course. I took it and I learned so much from it, and I would recommend it. I bought it on sale. Maybe I wouldn't have liked it as full price, but even then it would have been financially worth it. I just can't see myself paying the full price for it. But one of the things that he goes over, and I can't give away everything, but one of the things he goes over is soundtracks to kind of obscure things are usually going to find a buyer. And this is one of those occasions. I mean, somebody out there, maybe their kid really loved the Swan Princess Escape from Castle Mountain and they want to listen to the soundtrack. And they're going to go online and there's not that many of them, so they're going to pick yours up. Paid $2, and as you can see, sold for $30. So yeah, when you're looking through the CDs, keep an eye out for kind of obscure soundtracks. Not the more popular ones, of course. Those are mass produced. Something that maybe was made there was a little bit less of them made. This next item, I love this one. This is a home run. This is a Gotham City University Under Armour t-shirt. It's a large, and it was a collaboration, or it was promotional for the Batman Superman movie. And yeah, somebody out there, for some reason it was very rare. Somebody out there really wanted it. I kept getting offers. Usually, in the $40 range. I countered them, and eventually someone took me up on one of my counters. I paid $4, and as you can see, best offer of $55. 4 into 55. Yeah, I love it. That's why I love concentrating on t-shirts so much. But yeah, just keep an eye out. If something looks like interesting, just look it up. Next one is a Asics pair of Asics wrestling shoes, size 9. You guys know I love finding wrestling shoes. They're almost always going to be worth picking up, as long as they're in decent condition. Paid $6 and sold for $40. And this last item is another one of those very basic meat and potato kind of things. This is an Untuck It, red and blue checkered long sleeve large slim fit shirt. Nothing fancy, just very basic. Paid $5 and sold for $30. And that about wraps it up for me here. I really appreciate you giving me your time, and I hope you learned something, and I hope that some of the stuff that you pick up helps you build your business and find stuff for yourself to resell. because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys make your money, you know, so you can have extra money to do stuff, and that's really the goal here. So if you learned something, if you enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I mean, I really appreciate anything encouraging, so we can, hopefully get this going. And that's it for this time. And thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Be cool.